I'm here with Amy from Equidae, and she's greatly allowed me to come into her office, which looks pretty amazing, I think, with all the products she's got.
Feels pretty messy.
Yes. So let's just get straight into it. Let's learn about Equidae. You're one of my sponsors, and I love a lot of your products, and I figured this would be a great way just to help people understand what you do, what you've got, how it can help their horses, and even there's products here for humans too, which is, I love them.
Yeah. Well, the whole range was built by the previous owner. We purchased the business 3 years ago, and we've gone through every single product and taken ingredients out or added something that's a little bit more up to date, taken out all fillers and just made them a little bit more bioavailable or easier to use, all of that kind of thing.
Yep. Okay, cool. So when you guys took the business over, was there a lot of change that you guys had to do?
Well, we were kind of deer in headlights when we first bought it.
Yep.
The reason we found it was the sunscreen.
Okay.
So I've got a big bald-faced Clyde cross, and that was the only sunscreen that he would allow to be put on his face because of the brush that comes with it. So that's why it was on my radar. And then a friend of mine said, do you know that business is for sale? And so we ran the numbers and all that kind of stuff, and ended up purchasing it because I love the ethos of it. I've got a background in vet nursing and like homeopathy and all of that sort of thing. Long time ago, I haven't really used it, but I've used it with dogs. I had a dog daycare centre. I've always been animal and natural obsessed. So that's why it worked for us. But changing the ingredients was really quite fun.
Yeah, okay.
To do, because I could see what was working. Oils that I wouldn't necessarily use in my animals, in myself.
Gotcha.
So I just kind of removed them and added things that I would use.
So what did you add that you felt benefited some of these products?
So supplements, I took out all of the fillers and put back, in some of them there's a hemp meal. In some of them we've just gone for a cleaner filler and changed it from any seed oils, which I'm not a big fan of internally. Topically, I'm a big fan of seed oils. But just taking those out has made a really big difference, because what you want is to take the inflammation out of the body as best you can.
Gotcha.
Or not add to it.
Yeah, okay. Awesome. How many products do you guys have? It's a bit of a tricky question.
It is a tricky question. I would say there are, I think there's 33 lines of product.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Okay.
From all the grooming stuff, the sunscreens and the supplements.
Yep.
And I'm always working on new things.
That's awesome. We've got a baldy face mare at home too, and the sunscreen is the best thing for her. She's been wearing it since a weanling, and when we go to put it on her face, she just drops her head. And
she's in all our ads because she does that.
She's so good.
She's sold more sunscreen for us than anything.
Yes, and I've just brought her back into work too. She's had about 8 months off, so
she's sweet.
No, she's been going really good. So, with you taking over the business, how did you go to rebuild the business?
Well, we had to kind of rebuild it from the ground up, because what we bought didn't have a lot of the hero products left.
Oh, okay.
Because she'd been doing the previous owner had been doing lots of sales to sort of keep it going and that sort of thing. So we had all the IPs and all the ingredient lists and all that sort of thing. So we had to sort of see what we had, what sells, what doesn't sell, and then go from there and just start slowly bringing back the ZENblend in a different formula, bringing back the ZENblend in a different formula. We've changed the HOOFblend. Gut tonic's been pumped up. Protein blend has more of amino acid profile to it now, which makes it work better. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah, cool. How are these products created?
They're made in Australia.
Yep.
So I've got 2 places that I use. One for the supplements, that's near Newcastle,
Okay.
and then the other one is down south, and she does all of our liquids and things like that.
Okay.
So I will go to her with a harebrained plan,
Right.
and she will laugh at me usually, and then we will work together, and I'll say, I want these ingredients, I want it to do this,
Yep.
and she'll be like, okay, well that might work, but we'll need to take this out or add more of this.
Yep.
And then she'll start sending me samples,
Okay.
and then my poor animals get to do all the testing.
So with that too, all the products here are natural and all, I suppose, what's the word I'm looking for, safe for the animals and their skin and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I don't want anything, do no harm is kind of one of our big ethos points.
Gotcha. Okay.
And as long as, and they're also grey water safe. So they're not doing harm to the planet.
Right.
They're not doing harm to
Well, and
animals.
correct me if I'm wrong, but are most of these packaging all recyclable too?
Yeah. So
Awesome.
they're I mean, all of the plastics are recycled plastic.
Yep.
And then you can recycle them again. Some of the things are in glass, the human rollers.
Yep.
And things like that. And then those packets are as biodegradable as possible.
Which is one of these here.
Yeah.
Which I've actually used some of these.
I use it to sleep every night.
Really?
Yeah, I forgot my hands up to go to sleep.
Yeah.
It's part of the routine.
Sometimes if I've gone to a competition, you can feel yourself get a bit nervous, and then once I've rolled that, just on my palms here, whether I just forget about it or the smell changes my thought process, but I use them quite regularly.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
there's lots of studies done about the scents and
Yep.
our senses are a big and like a huge thing, and they are for animals as
Yep.
well, especially prey animals. So
Yep.
using scents that they like, enjoy, that are calming, really benefits them as well.
Yeah, right. That's so cool.
Mm.
What's your number one seller besides, well, probably the sunscreen powder would probably be the number one?
Yeah, for summer definitely.
Yep.
And then I would say our supplements are the W Plus, which we had to rebrand.
Yep.
Because the APVMA was like, you can't say wound because you can't make any claims.
Really?
So it is
Wow.
now W Plus.
Yep.
To a really original. But the same good formula,
Okay.
that kind of thing. So
Yep.
what was the question?
Yeah. Products as in...
Bestsellers.
Yes.
And then I would say ZENblend and ZENblend are probably our best.
Okay.
And our paddock spray and tropical spray also sell really well too.
Yeah, okay. Because I noticed with those paddock sprays too, there's 2 different types.
Yes.
Let's go through those.
So without making any claims, one will do more of your flies, like pesky flies, dry climates.
Okay.
And then the other will do more tropical irritants.
Yeah, right.
So, your mozzies and all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's really, really cool.
So I alternate.
Yep.
Because I do find with doesn't matter what product you're using with flies, they do get used to it.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And the problem with flies, like we're on a property, you've got to be managing the breeding cycle as well
Yes.
to stay on top of it. Otherwise, it gets away from you.
Very, very tricky. You want to go through some of the products?
Yeah.
Yep. I suppose let's start off with, do we want to get them down to the shelf and smell them?
Yeah.
Can we do that?
We
Because
can do that.
I know that there's the protein blend. It smells like red frogs.
Yeah.
I absolutely love that smell.
I'm pretty sure I've got little samples around. That's right. We can pull out a few down here, but we can open those ones up. That's fine.
Okay.
Try and get protein. Let's go down up there.
And the protein blend too, I've used that on a couple of horses that struggled to put weight on. It took a little bit of time, but you could really see them, what's the word, like they didn't just plump up, but you just see them add extra weight without being too much.
Yes.
Or too quickly.
So I think the ingredient, there's lots of amino acids in there, but one of the main ingredients is the gamma oryzole,
Okay.
and that makes them hungry.
Right, okay.
So whatever you're feeding them, they'll be more inclined to they'll be less picky.
Yep.
Whilst they're having that in their system as well.
That's really, really cool.
So that's also what helps them bulk up. Then the work on top. People think that you go one-stop shop and you feed that.
Yep.
And without the proper work,
Yep.
it's not going to happen.
Yep. So we right to open this?
Yeah. Green frogs. Red frogs.
Yep. Packet of red frogs right here. Some of the... Yeah, what
It's
were you
hard
going to say?
with the powders because a lot of the time we can't make them smell that good. So there's other
Yeah,
powdery
okay.
ones that you need to mix, and by adding that, they're less likely to notice.
Yeah, okay.
Because the olfactory system, when they smell something, will often taste it. So you know it tastes like red frogs because your smell told you that.
Yep.
And so you can often eat it, and then after it you'll be like, oh, the aftertaste isn't great, but I ate it.
Yeah, okay, right.
Yeah.
So how did you come up with that scent?
It's a raspberry,
Right.
a raspberry flavoured scent.
Yep.
That is a natural one.
Yeah,
Because we
okay.
could go down the, putting in all of the additives that do actually taste like that, but that's not
Yep.
part of us.
So how did you come up with the raspberry scent?
It was apple. Our options were an apple scent that was natural or a raspberry scent.
Okay.
And I thought the raspberry was nicer because apples smelt a bit sour.
Yep.
But I guess there would be some horses that would be into it.
Yeah, true. Every horse that I've put that onto has loved it.
Yeah.
They've just been scoffing their feet down.
Yeah.
Yeah. So some of the products that I use a lot of, like I'll go and use the wound cream, the sunscreen powder, the gut tonic, which has been a bit of a game changer for me. Some horses that you can, like they'll come into my barn, they just maybe a little bit girthy, or I don't know, something just doesn't. And I think you've said it too, some horses have a certain smell about them.
And the manure.
Yeah, and if the manure's a little bit off and a little bit runny maybe, not as solid, I put them on the gut tonic probably for maybe a week, 2 weeks, and I can already start to see a change in the horses too. So that's, and I even use that on my dogs at home. I've got a Staffy, farts the house down, but I put him on that, changes everything.
Yeah. It's a good one. I've got everything. Even our dove has it in their
Bird.
seed. Yeah, bird.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So it goes, the whole house has it. The cats, the dogs,
Yeah, right.
the horses, the potty calf gets it in its milk.
Right, okay.
So I'm a big believer in this one. And the market is so saturated with gut healing situations. This one is more, it's not going to fight your ulcers.
Okay.
You need a scope, you need a vet, all that kind of stuff. It's not going to pretend to be the be all and end all, but it definitely can help feed the good bacteria.
Gotcha.
And, get a nice system going. And you do notice it in the smell of their poo and in the smell of it's a skin. I don't know, I can smell the skin and things. I know I said that to you. I was like,
I smelled it the other day on a horse and I was like, oh, that's the smell she's talking about.
yeah, some are stronger than others, but my sense of smell is very strong.
So besides these being natural products, what else is different to what's on the market? Like we've kind of just said the gut tonic. So let's start off with, let's go through the gut tonic again. Why is, besides the natural stuff in that, what makes that different to some of the gut products out there?
I guess you want to look at your ingredients. You want to look at what fillers are in there. You want to know what oils are going in there. Because if you're trying to look after a gut and you're feeding it canola oil or any of those oils that aren't cold pressed, you're actually adding inflammation.
Oh, okay. I did not know that.
Yeah, so then that's giving the intestinal stuff, it just inflames.
Right.
So you kind of want to strip it right back and then start really easily and slowly and making sure your ingredients are,
Yeah, okay.
We use MTC oil instead of any, it's way more expensive, but it works a lot better for us.
Yeah,
and all of our clients.
Awesome. So we've got the protein blend here. You've got HOOFblend.
Yep.
Let's talk about the... I don't know what happened there.
I think that was you, not me.
No.
Is it me?
No, me.
Checked it twice.
Yes. We're still running. the HOOFblend,
Mm-hmm.
which you've also got in paste form.
So they're different. The Hydro blend is the, it's got added magnesium and all that sort of stuff in there. I use it on top of salt. So I don't skip salt ever.
Gotcha.
And then I'll add that on
Yep.
top just because it's got that different profile to it.
Okay.
And magnesium, and it helps with
Yep.
absorption
Okay.
and that kind of thing. The Hydro Paste, which you're talking about,
Yep.
is great. It's just got a range of vitamin Bs in there
Right. Okay.
that helps with recovery as well.
Yep.
And
Okay.
uptake of
Yeah.
the,
Right. The HOOFblend.
Yep.
Let's talk about that.
Where is it? Some of these labels need fixing. So this one was another one that we added more amino acids to.
Okay.
And we added more biotin to it as well.
Okay.
And people often say, it's like in America they've got just biotin.
Yep.
But from my research and what I've kind of learned from the guy who helps me formulate them, is that biotin is great, but you also need the amino acids for it to absorb into the body.
Right. Okay.
So we upped our amino acids, we put some MSM in there and bumped up the zinc and kelp. It's always had rosehip in there, and it's always had calcium in there.
Yep.
But yeah, it's a nice little grouping.
Yeah.
That
Okay.
helps hooves.
Because I found too, I had a horse that was, I had to keep it in a yard or in a stable for a while because had a bit of a leg issue and we were recouping it, so to speak. And we had it on the HOOFblend, and we also had this hoof hygiene. I've used it on a few horses, but in this particular horse, it made its feet so much firmer. Like the bottom of the foot where you'd spray it.
Yeah.
It was kind of, because it was in a yard and sometimes it would get a little bit wet, you'd spray this on it, its feet would stay great, smell awesome.
That's great.
Yeah. So I'm very, very impressed with that.
All of the products they have a counterpart. So I'm a big believer in fixing things from the inside and also the outside for the optimum speed of getting better.
Gotcha.
So if you're doing the right by the inside and then you're spraying on the outside, you should have better results.
Yeah.
Faster results.
Because a lot of the time Andy would clean the horse's feet out in the morning, and she's like, I think it was 3 weeks, I think. She's like, these feet are getting really hard and they're smelling totally different.
Yeah, so good.
That was so cool.
And then we've just added to that one. That's the last of that. It'll be called Hoof Cleanse now.
Right.
Because we've got to relabel
Yep.
that one. And it will have colloidal silver in there.
Oh, okay.
So then the colloidal silver acts as like a faux antibiotic.
Yep.
Or an antibiotic.
Yep.
And so healing all of those
That's
things
awesome.
up a little bit faster.
That's
as well.
really cool. So you've also got a dermablend. So is that for skin?
Yeah. So this is the one I think a lot of people know us for, because
Gotcha.
we've got people that swear by it for Queensland itch.
Really?
So can't claim that on any of the labels, but it's your best friend when it comes to that sort of thing. It's also got a lot of the stuff for healthy guts in there.
Oh, okay. Right.
It's got a toxin binder in there. It's got MSM, amino acids, all of that sort of thing. It's also got biotin as well.
Yep.
So it's all healing from the inside.
Yeah, okay. Awesome.
And then the skin on it. Because, people pull their hair out with the Queensland itch. It's horrible.
Yeah.
But I always say Queensland itch horses are so much better if you continue this through winter.
Yep.
And then as you come in, you haven't forgotten about it. And you're like, oh my God, they're starting again.
Yep. So you're kind of building that up in a system.
The resistance. And then there are some people that's just like, I can't do without it.
Yep. Yeah, wow. That's really, really cool. Let's go to some of the shampoos. So we've got, actually another favourite product of mine is this like aloe vera, the spray and the gel.
Yep.
I use that sometimes alongside if I don't have the wound cream.
Yeah.
It takes that redness out of the skin and just, you can see it cleans things up.
Yeah.
Like on cuts, and I'll even use it on myself.
But I mean, it's one of those products that I use for a lot of things. It's always in our fridge when the kids are sunburnt, and so everybody gets sprayed because they get sunburnt. I have clean sheets with that. It's everything.
Okay.
It's kind of one of those, you can use it for a lot of things.
Yeah.
And I remember you used we had that conversation the other day about that your tail was feeling a bit dry.
Yes.
That you can add some of that to it and it won't
really
dry out as much.
Okay.
But it's also making sure you're washing it in between sprays because the product can build up and then it sort of does get that sort of tacky feeling.
Yep. Well, that's good to know. Good tip. So we've got in the shampoo range, we've got a white and bright.
Yep.
Which, just like I suppose it's a purple colour, so it's like the purple shampoo, but smells amazing. It's got like a peppermint.
Minty, yeah. Minty smell.
And it's really interesting because when I first was on board with a lot of these products, I was one of those people that was kind of like natural. I don't know, how good is it going to work? This kind of blew my mind. Where I put it on some dirty horses with white faces and white socks, and I was like, I actually didn't have to use a lot.
Even on coloured horses, it makes them really shiny. My son says it makes his hair the shiniest he has.
Really?
Yeah, it was I think I'd washed the dog in the shower once, and he was like, "Oh, that wine bright, it's great." Yeah. I was like, "It's all stuff."
Actually, even on our Jack Russell, I've used that on him, and he comes up like a little show dog.
Yeah, perfect. It's a really good one. It's kind of a staple in my.
Yeah. The smell of it is awesome. I love the smell of that. So you've got the Balance and Clarity shampoo, the Shine and Focus shampoo.
Yeah, everybody loves this smell. This one's the one that everybody sort of, because it smells like musk sticks.
Yes. And have you...
It's musk sticks.
Yep, that's really, really
childhood.
Cool. Yeah, everything here is like a delicious.
Yeah.
So what's the difference between those two shampoos?
I guess it's just what's in it.
Okay.
So I mean, it's a very similar mix. It's just the smells, and I will often, when I'm being very woo-woo, allow whoever's in the wash bay to decide what shampoo they want.
Yeah, right.
And so I'll let them smell it. They'll usually step towards something they want.
Okay.
And they'll step back if they don't like.
Because this one's a bit more citrusy.
Yeah. Fresh kind of smell.
But is there a difference with their skin or hair with the products in them? Like.
No, not with those two. Those are two more around the scents.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Then we've got hand creams and stuff too here.
We do have hand creams. We'll hand wash.
Yep.
I ordered the wrong bottles, so I have to do a sale on things Amy did wrong.
Oh.
So that can't sit on your thing. Anyway.
Yep.
So your hand lotions and then your hand wash, you can have that in your barn.
Yep.
That sort of thing.
Awesome.
So there's we do little gifts on the website for people that you need to shop for, but you just don't know what to get them, but they're horsey. Yeah.
Well, the hand lotion is good.
Yeah.
Actually, when I get dry hands, that's one of my products I go towards.
Well, you could mix that with a bit of the W Plus and go to sleep with it on.
Really?
Yeah. I have one of my really good friends is a stable hand, and she had these really crusty hands.
Yep.
And I was like, could you just please put this on? And so she went to bed with that and little gloves on. She's like,
right.
That's amazing.
Okay. There you go. That's cool.
So, I mean, all of it can be, I wouldn't use the zinc powder as my sunscreen, that type of thing, but all of it can really be used, and the supplements, I'm not going to put those in my food, but you can usually use a lot of things across the board.
Yeah. No, that's really, really cool. Just trying to think what else.
Because
you've also got a hoof oil.
There's the hoof oil.
I think is up there, and a hoof butter.
Yeah, I love this. The hoof oil is your kind of everyday.
Yep.
And that's got the tea tree eucalyptus castor oil.
Yep.
So you can pop that on every day. But if you've got horses that have really cracked hooves and you really need a bit of a treatment, this one's the thicker one.
Yep.
So it's it smells delicious as well.
That smells really nice. It smells like a real good scented candle.
So it comes with a brush, and that's how you would apply it, and that works really well.
And is this an everyday?
If you had a horse that had really cracked feet, I would use it every day.
Yep.
But if you can just do a treatment once or twice a week.
Yep.
For normal ones.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's really cool. We have used this.
Yeah.
and we have seen results with it, but I suppose it's just something you use when you need to. Not something that you have to use all the time on every horse.
I was putting, and I'm just as guilty as like forgetting to do things, but I put a spray bottle on top of this.
That's really smart.
And I used it way more. So I'm thinking maybe that's what rather than adding the brush to the order, I'll put a spray on top.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Because my farrier came in and he had like some revolting oil and he sprayed it on like one for the kitchen.
Okay.
And he was like, oh, the kids love doing this. And I was like, oh, that's really smart.
Yep.
If you spray it, it's easier.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah. So that's the thought. This is what happens at 2 a.m. in the morning when I can't sleep and thinking about what I'm going to do with products.
Awesome. So we've gone through most of the products.
NutriBlend is the one that it's a bit of an unsung hero. It's what I use on a lot of the spellers.
Right.
You can use it at any stage of life, and I guess I would equate it to like a ration balancer.
Right. Okay.
So you kind of don't know what you were missing until how we all used to feed until Feed XL and those cool things came along. You pop that in, but it's got your rosehip, kelp, magnesium, MSM, but it's just one of those really comprehensive multivitamin that you can give to foals, and that you can. Yeah, awesome. The potty calf has also had this in his milk from time to time. It's just one of those things that is.
Yeah, awesome.
But it's a bit of a tricky sell. I kind of got to choose one thing that it does really well to explain to people, because you're like, why do I need a multivitamin if I've got all the rest of this stuff? Yeah,
that's true. And I suppose.
And if my horse is spelling, I don't want to be doing anything with it. But if it's a not a great keeper.
Exactly. Yeah.
You need to keep on top of that too.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Good point. So besides these, I suppose supplements, shampoo, have you guys got? Because you guys do some like saddle pads.
Oh yeah. 16 Cypress.
Yeah.
So I fell in love with 16 Cypress brand over in the States, and I should actually go and get some of the saddle pads, but I just hadn't seen anything like it before.
Yeah.
And then I reached out to Emily from 16 Cypress, and she is so lovely and so easy to work with, and just now a great friend.
Yeah, awesome.
And so we've got their saddle pads and risers. There aren't any Western ones yet.
Okay.
But they're working with thin line. I think it's...
Okay. So let's have a look at some of those products that you've got from Cypress.
Yep, 16 Cypress. So they've got these beautiful gloves, which are kid leather on the inside, super comfortable. A few different colours. There's a black herringbone as well. But the one that... the beautiful risers made with the sheepskin. This is, I just haven't ever seen anything like this.
No.
And I just love, like, does these amazing patterns, and she's studied abroad with fabrics and all that kind of thing. So that comes into all of her creations.
Wow, that's really, really beautiful. Cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So we're the Australian
agent.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you. Speak for me, please. Agent for 16 Cypress.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool. And how have those products been going? Everyone been happy with them?
They went really quickly when we first got them.
Okay.
And then it sort of slowed down a little bit. So I think we've got to sort of rejig the business model around that. But,
that'd be exciting to see what comes out.
Exactly. I think we just need a few more colours, so then people can get their collections up, and then it gets out there a little bit more.
Everyone loves colours.
I know. You kind of get into your zone with your colours.
Yes. Yeah. Well, Amy, it's been awesome talking to you. How can people contact you, and what socials are you guys on?
We are on Facebook and Instagram.
Yep.
And our website is equidae.com.au, www.equidae.com.au, and then the socials are on there. You can get those links as well.
Okay.
And you can join our email list, and then you get the latest on what's coming out and sales and all that sort of thing.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Righto. Well, thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
Lovely to talk with you.
Looking forward to these updates.